Hey, 49ers faithful. Today we're diving deep into everything happening with our San Francisco 49ers. And let me tell you, there's a lot to unpack. Let's start with the quarterback situation, because Brock Purdy continues to spark debates across the league. Some fans just cannot get on board with him. And honestly, it's baffling when you really look at what he's accomplished. Brock came into the league as Mr. Irrelevant in 2022, the final pick of the draft. And yet he immediately defied expectations, guiding the Niners to an undefeated streak up until the NFC Championship. His first full season as a starter following elbow surgery saw him take the team all the way to the Super Bowl in a matchup they arguably should have won. Imagine if they had clinched that title. The conversations about Purdy would be entirely different. Even now, he still has the opportunity to achieve that milestone in his career, and given what he's shown, there's no reason to doubt his potential. Beyond statistics and wins, Brock brings a leadership quality to this team that's undeniable. When players like Fred Warner, Trent Williams, and George Kittle openly acknowledge his talent and command of the locker room, it's clear that they recognize his abilities far beyond what critics might see on the surface. Purdy isn't just a quarterback. He's the centerpiece of a team culture that values resilience, smarts, and precision. What makes Brock so fascinating isn't just his rise from the last pick in the draft. It's how he plays the game. He may not tower over defenses at 6'1" or throw lasers like some of the other elite quarterbacks in the league, and he doesn't run like a Lamar Jackson, but his intelligence and efficiency on the field are second to none. Timing, anticipation, accuracy, reading defenses, layering the football where it needs to be. These are the qualities that make him a standout in an era where so many teams have adopted high school and college-style schemes that simplify the quarterback position. Brock plays an old-school brand of quarterbacking that feels refreshing, cerebral, and disciplined, something we rarely see in today's NFL. And while his physical attributes may not grab headlines, his toughness and determination absolutely do. He's the kind of player who thrives under pressure, who can rally his teammates, and who doesn't need to rely on size or an overpowering arm to dictate games. Watching him dissect a defense and deliver the ball with precision is as entertaining as it is impressive, because it's football in its purest, most cerebral form. Turning our attention to the defensive side, there's a lot of excitement about the young talent stepping up. Nick Moore, for example, had a glimpse of the spotlight recently and made the most of it. Despite playing limited snaps, he showed flashes of athleticism and instinct that could make him a real difference maker moving forward. Yes, there will be growing pains, as with any young players stepping into bigger roles, but the potential is undeniable. The Niners have managed their roster with a mix of veterans and youth, and the injection of new talent like Moore gives the team options and flexibility that could pay dividends later in the season. Injuries, of course, have been a consistent challenge for this squad, and the ability to plug in capable players quickly has been crucial. The team has faced setbacks with key players missing time, yet they continue to find ways to compete at a high level, which speaks volumes about the coaching staff and the culture that has been built around preparation and adaptability. Speaking of injuries and adjustments, the offensive line has had its share of challenges too, with players missing games due to various issues. Despite that, the 49ers offense has maintained a level of cohesion that often goes unnoticed by casual observers. It's easy to critique when things go wrong, but the ability to maintain a high-performing offense amid injuries is remarkable and highlights the depth and versatility that this team has cultivated. Players stepping up, understanding their roles, and executing under pressure has become a hallmark of this roster, and it's something that cannot be overstated. The adaptability and resilience shown in these situations separate good teams from great ones, and the 49ers have consistently demonstrated they belong in the latter category. Then there's the discussion around potential trades and roster moves. Speculation abounds regarding who might be packaged in trades for premium players, how the front office will approach the offseason, and which young talents will be given the chance to shine. It's a delicate balancing act. Try and maximize talent while planning for the future, and it's a chess match that plays out across the league. The Niners have a unique set of assets and opportunities, and how they leverage them could define the trajectory of the team for years to come. The decisions made in the front office ripple throughout the organization, affecting player development, team chemistry, and ultimately, on-field performance. Each trade rumor or speculation creates a narrative that fans dissect, debate, and anticipate, adding another layer of excitement to the season. Meanwhile, kicking and special teams have also been under the microscope, particularly with recent changes. Replacing a kicker mid-season is never simple, and the team's approach to integrating Matt Gay reflects a strategy that balances risk with opportunity. Gay's track record, including his Pro Bowl season and history with long-range field goals, brings a sense of security in certain areas while introducing new variables in others. The team must adjust and find ways to ensure consistency, understanding that even a seemingly minor position can significantly impact the outcome of games. The precision and reliability of the kicker can be the difference between a narrow victory and a crushing defeat, making this adjustment an important storyline to watch as the season unfolds. In addition to these strategic shifts, there's a real focus on developing young talent and exploring what they can contribute. Players like Sebastian Valdez, nicknamed Hulk, are being given opportunities to show what they can do in live-game situations. Preseason performance hinted at his impact, and now he's being tested in actual matchups, giving coaches insights into how he can fit into the larger scheme. Integrating younger players and finding ways to maximize their strengths is a continual process that requires attention to detail, patience, and a willingness to take calculated risks. The Niners' approach demonstrates a commitment to building depth while nurturing potential future stars, which is critical for sustaining success over the long term. And then, of course, we cannot overlook the narrative surrounding injured players attempting to make comebacks. Wide receivers coming off significant injuries, quarterbacks returning from setbacks, and defensive players stepping into new roles all create layers of intrigue that keep fans engaged. Watching how the team manages these transitions, balances expectations, and integrates returning players is a storyline in itself, showcasing the resilience and strategic thinking required to maintain a competitive edge. The return of key players at the right time could dramatically influence the playoff picture and determine the team's ability to contend for championships, making each decision a high-stakes proposition. As we move deeper into the season, the questions about player development and roster management keep piling up, and the 49ers have done a remarkable job navigating those waters. Take the offensive weapons, for example. While some players have struggled with injuries or inconsistent production, the team has consistently found ways to adapt and keep the offense moving. The versatility of the receiving core has been a major factor in that success. Dynamic route runners, players who can beat both man and zone coverage, and athletes capable of making contested catches under pressure. These are the types of skills that allow Kyle Shanahan to be creative with his game plans. Every week, he seems to find ways to maximize the talents of whoever is healthy and on the field, whether it's lining up in motion, creating mismatches, or designing plays that exploit defensive weaknesses. That adaptability is what makes watching the Niners' offense so compelling, because it's never stagnant, and it always seems to find a way to push the ball downfield effectively. On the defensive side, there's a palpable energy in seeing how young players are stepping up. Nick Moore, for instance, may have had only limited snaps, but in those moments, he demonstrated the kind of athleticism and instinct that make you think about the long-term potential of this roster. Injuries to starters, while frustrating, have opened the door for players like him to prove they belong. It's a delicate balance. You want them to gain experience without being overwhelmed, but the payoff can be huge when these young athletes rise to the occasion. It's also a testament to the coaching staff's trust in their ability to develop talent and rotate players without sacrificing competitiveness. Depth becomes more than a word on a roster sheet. It's a living, breathing component of strategy, and the Niners are making sure it's utilized to its fullest potential. Meanwhile, the discussion around trades and future roster moves has taken on a life of its own. Fans speculate about who could be moved to acquire elite talent, which young players might be packaged in deals, and how the front office plans to strengthen the team for the next season. Every conversation about potential trades, draft picks, and free agent signings is a chess game, requiring foresight and precision. The Niners have assets that could command attention across the league, and the decisions they make in the coming months could reshape the roster in profound ways. For instance, the possibilities surrounding edge rushers and pass rushers, players who can immediately impact the defensive front, are particularly intriguing. The front office has to weigh the value of proven players against the cost of potentially acquiring top-tier talent, all while keeping the salary cap and long-term vision in mind. Special teams, too, have provided their own storylines this season. Bringing in a kicker mid-year is always a challenge, but Matt Gay's arrival introduces both opportunity and pressure. Filling the shoes of Eddie Pinheiro, who had been nearly perfect from the field goal line, is no small task. Gay's history of long-range accuracy and his experience with winning teams give the Niners a tool they can rely on, but adjustments must be made carefully. Confidence is critical for a kicker, and integrating him into a team mid-season requires balancing practice reps, game day opportunities, and mental preparation. Even though he has struggled from beyond 50 yards in recent years, his accuracy on extra points has been flawless, which alleviates some pressure while highlighting where the focus needs to be in terms of long-range performance. At the same time, young players like Sebastian Valdez, nicknamed Hulk, are being given the chance to shine. Preseason showed flashes of his explosive ability, and now he's stepping into live games to demonstrate his impact. Watching him maneuver through blocks, make tackles, and contribute physically is exciting because it hints at a player who could become a key piece of the defense moving forward. The coaching staff has wisely chosen to integrate him gradually, giving him manageable snaps while allowing him to learn the pace and schemes at the professional level. These developmental opportunities are critical, not just for the individual player, but for the team's overall depth and resilience. Wide receivers coming back from injury are another angle that adds intrigue. Players like Brandon Ayuk, who suffered a severe knee injury, are navigating the delicate process of recovery and reintegration. Timing, mobility, and confidence all play a role in determining how quickly a player can return to form, and the Niners are managing those variables carefully. The potential reward is substantial. If a healthy Ayuk can return and perform at a high level, pairing him with other top talents creates a formidable offensive duo capable of stretching defenses and creating explosive plays. This is why the team is cautious yet optimistic, understanding that one wrong step could set a player back, but one right move could elevate the entire offense. Quarterbacks and offensive linemen who face setbacks also contribute to the complexity of roster management. Brock Purdy's leadership, intelligence, and consistency remains central, but the supporting cast must be ready to step up when injuries or rotations occur. The Niners have built a culture where preparation is emphasized and players are ready to contribute when called upon. Every practice, every adjustment, and every minute on the field is part of a larger story about resilience, teamwork, and strategic execution. The beauty of this approach is that it ensures continuity even when challenges arise, keeping the team competitive and poised for key victories. But before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to 49ers Zone and hit the like button on this video. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on the San Francisco 49ers. And don't forget to share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. The San Francisco 49ers are making waves in the NFL offseason, and the latest buzz centers around one name, Patrick Surtain II. Though the team has officially announced the acquisition, whispers around the league suggest this move could signal a seismic shift in the 49ers' defensive strategy. Known for his lockdown coverage in college and his uncanny ability to read quarterbacks like an open playbook, Surtain II is already being talked about as a cornerstone for the secondary for years to come. Sources close to the team indicate that Surtain's presence could allow the 49ers' defensive coordinator to experiment with more aggressive schemes, potentially freeing up pass rushers while trusting Surtain to handle the league's top receiving threats. The chatter around the locker room is palpable, with teammates reportedly buzzing about the speed, technique, and instincts that Surtain brings. Some insiders hint that this signing might even influence other potential free agent moves, as the 49ers look to fortify a defense that has long been known for its ferocity. Analysts are already speculating how Surtain II style will translate to the professional level. The comparisons are inevitable, with some drawing parallels to elite shutdown corners in recent NFL history. But Surtain's combination of size, agility, and football IQ appears to set him apart. Fans on social media have taken the news as confirmation that the 49ers are serious about dominating the airways, and whispers suggest that Surtain's impact might be immediate, changing coverage schemes and allowing other defenders to shine. Meanwhile, murmurs around league circles hint that Surtain II signing could trigger a domino effect, prompting rival teams to rethink their draft and free agent priorities. Some speculate that the 49ers see this as a long-term investment, a piece that could anchor the secondary while the front seven continues to evolve. The intrigue is only building, and one thing is certain. The 49ers' defensive narrative just got a major plot twist. With Patrick Surtain II on board, the rumor mill is running wild with speculation on just how dominant San Francisco's secondary could become. The excitement isn't just limited to experts. Fans have started crafting bold predictions about Surtain's potential interceptions and game-changing moments. The conversation is everywhere, from podcasts to locker room chatter. And while official statements remain cautiously optimistic, the undercurrent of anticipation suggests that the 49ers' new cornerback might already be reshaping the team's defensive identity before he even steps onto the field. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the San Francisco 49ers, make sure to subscribe to 49ers Zone and give this video a like. We always look forward to hearing your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.